You know, it wasn't on my bucket list to get legal action threatened against me in the Big 26, but, you know, I guess here we are. It just comes as a shocker because you went out of your way to find a server that I was in just so that you could comment this to, I don't know, scare me into not making this video, even though that, you know, you shouldn't have really done this. And if you're wondering, oh, well, what do you mean he shouldn't have done this? You know, Happy made an announcement to the entire staff team telling people not to go and comment or reply to both me and Tap, or else they would be removed from staff team. So, you know, that's a little weird. I also find it weird that somebody who's claiming to be grown is also making threats and jokes to a couple of people, which, you know, private group chat got leaked, guys, but I don't know. There's a little weird behavior coming from somebody who's apparently not a kid and more grown and has their, you know, has common sense, as they would say. You also really like saying the N-word, and you've said it like, what, 28 times? And yeah, this is all real. Everything that I have on screen right now is all real. So, you know, don't even act like this isn't fake or not real. I'm just gonna kind of leave this up here. So you guys are welcome to interpret that this is not real and that he didn't say this. And, you know, you can't really pull me out for defamation if this stuff isn't true. And by the looks of it, it kind of looks like a lot of this stuff is true. Was it also true that you were LARPing as a female inside of the AFSC Discord server once you were a mod? I mean, yeah, that's not really anything too serious, but just a little weird to try and fish for attention, in my opinion. And, you know, I wouldn't do this personally, but, you know, I guess to each their own. I also wouldn't personally try to black market inside of the AFSC Discord, but, you know, that's just me. That's a very easy way to get banned off of the game and also on Roblox because, you know, black marketing is kind of, it's really up there for, in terms of, I guess, severity, because Roblox doesn't want you exchanging real money for items. And from the looks of this message, doesn't really look like you were joking here. Looks like you were being genuine. Now, I don't really have to explain this one, but I mean, we can see what this is kind of being disguised as, emphasizing the big ER at the end. So, you know, hey man, to each their own, I guess. You know, I was even willing to not release this video if you had just taken the accountability and stepped down. But when in doubt, people don't really like to do that. They don't like to take accountability once they get into a position of power. So, you know, by all means, this is completely on you. I gave you the option for peace, but it really never seemed like you wanted to. You didn't even want to talk about it in DMs. I gave you that option. I said, if you have a problem with me, you can come talk to me in DMs about it. But you didn't even want to talk to me. So whether you're just now listening to Happy and not deciding to reply or comment about me, clearly you don't give a shit, because if you did give a shit, you would fucking talk to me, but you don't want to do that. Instead, you'd rather threaten me legal action in front of an entire server affiliated with AFSC and then not go to DMs about it. That, ladies and gentlemen, is kind of weird. I just don't understand where this pride and this ego comes from, because you guys are given such little power over, like, such little jurisdiction over a Discord server, and automatically it puts you above everyone else in your eyes. That to me makes no sense. I've essentially given up on this game. If this is my final video on the game, so be it. There's really nothing to talk about. It's pretty clear that from this point forward, even if I got unbanned, the damage has already been done. You know, there's no hope of me ever getting on the leaderboard unless if I drop thousands of dollars on yen packs, which I don't want to do nor have the money for. So, you know, at this point, I don't really care what I say, because you know, the damage has been done. I was banned for almost 2 weeks, right? I missed an entire update. And while I'm going to give Happy the benefit here and say that he did more than what he needed to, I guess, and unbanning me and also helping me out, you know, and I did thank him for that. I made an entire video on that. I don't, honestly, bro, the game is going down. Like, it's going down really bad. Other YouTubers are quitting. The only thing that's left at this point is just the drama. And want to know what's funny? The drama is more interesting than the game ever was. So, Yeah, I just hope that whenever Luck's greedy ass decides to finally sell this game, that when he does sell it, he's going to actually, sell it to somebody who gives a shit about this game. Because it's clear, he has more than enough funds, more than enough resources to make this game good, but he's not doing anything with it. He's like, we should be getting updates weekly. This game has already been out. Everything that we have gotten in Dimension 2 has already come out. But instead, you want to keep people in the game with gooner skins? That's what you want to do? Like, bro, come on, yo. Champion skins aren't going to save this game, dude. And I don't know whoever's in your corner telling you that you should be putting this in the game and that this is going to save it, but it's fucking not. And it's very clear that you're so out of touch with your community, you don't care enough to even respond or make an announcement about it as your player count drops below the 10,000s. By the way, I made the videos on Adam a week ago when the player count was at 18,000 and it's dropped almost double that. Like, are you serious? But hey, it's your game at the end of the day. You bought it. You can do whatever the hell you want with it. You can make it die. You can make it drown. You can starve it. You can do whatever you want, man. It's your game. But yeah, that's going to do it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you guys did enjoy it, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and join the Discord. I know this video was kind of a half and half, a half of exposing Nova and then a half of calling Luck out for killing his game. But, at this point, there's really not a whole lot to talk about on AFSC because for a game that should be getting updates a lot more frequently, it really isn't. So, yeah, that's going to do all for today, folks. See ya.